Make sure you know how to get to the examination center, exactly where it is, and which bus to catch. Have a good sleep and do not study late the night before. Take some breakfast or lunch before the examination. You need something to sustain you, but don't overeat. Arrive at the exam center in good time. Don't panic, try to relax. Make sure you have all of your documents and stationery with you. Watch out for instructions about the number of questions you are supposed to answer and, if the paper is divided into sections, how many answers must come from each section. Make sure you know what the questions are really asking. Time is the enemy in exams. If you have to answer 4 questions of equal importance, then each question will carry 25% of the total marks and should get 25% of your time. Sometimes, some questions will carry more marks than the others, and you should budget more of your time for these questions. But try to answer all questions. Try to answer the easiest questions first to increase your confidence. Otherwise, you may get stuck and panic right in the middle of a question. Many students attempt to write down everything they know about the subject instead of making it relevant to the question. Remember, quality counts more than quantity. Don't just scribble the first thing that comes into your head. Spend a few minutes reading through and thinking about the question. Organize your answer and make it relevant to the question. Some candidates do not answer part of the question because they either do not plan their answer or do not work out their topic outline. So plan your answer by jotting down the main ideas and important details in outline form.
They need to plan their answers carefully. They need to find out the main ideas in the question or they find out the keywords in the question and arrange their answers around these keywords. They need to work out an outline before they answer the questions and write main paragraphs according to the outline, and that would help them to organize and structure their answers properly.
Suppose there are 3 main ideas in an answer. The answer should be given in a nutshell form in the first paragraph. This helps to ensure relevance, and it also informs the examiner of your general line of thought. Each individual idea must then have a paragraph of its own, giving at least 4 paragraphs at this point. Then a final paragraph should restate your argument in the light of all that you've written before. Vocabulary, spelling, punctuation, grammar, and handwriting all play important roles in the exam, so write simply, directly, and to the point.
And so it is advisable for students to leave more space between each question so that when they have anything to add to the previous one, that it would make the job much easier.
There are some special tips for answering multiple choice questions. Start by reading each question very carefully. Look at all the answers. Sometimes a seemingly right answer is put early on in the list, with the correct answer coming later. Eliminate the answers that are obviously wrong. This should leave you with a couple of possibilities. So discriminate between them. Both may have some truth in them, but one will be more accurate than the other. Go through the questions quickly, answering those that you are sure about. Then work through again, spending more time on the difficult ones.
Well, examination certainly is a serious matter, and who doesn't get nervous about exam, even though he or she is a very good student, a very successful student. we can't help feeling nervous, especially before entering into the exam center. However, excessive anxiety is going to hinder the performance. If we have just enough amount of anxiety within ourselves, then it would be quite different. This kind of positive kind of nervous energy is going to help the person concentrate and be able to prepare for the examination. However, when it is too excessive, then it becomes a hindrance to the performance itself. Especially before entering the exam center, when a person gets really nervous, then if he tries to take a deep breath, like taking in the air through the nose for a deep, long breath, hold it there, and then breathe out through the mouth slowly and deeply, then the person would concentrate on the breathing itself rather than on the exam paper and what happened if I fail, that sort of question. After the exam, people tend to talk to each other, what's been done and how that question was answered in order to get reassured. However, this is really not a good way to reassure oneself, because by checking it out with the others, there must be some differences between the two. How the others answered the question compared to how you yourself answered the question. So with that kind of difference, one would tend to think, have I made a mistake? That may not be the correct way to answer that question. That would only add to one's anxiety.
Your fear of taking examinations may grow as one draws nearer and nearer. These fears are understandable, but you can build your confidence in taking exams by developing skills and by starting your review work early. We wish you the best of luck and success in your coming examination.